Finally!
Hey guys, how's it going? Snipe here. So the April and May roadmap just came out literally like a couple of minutes ago, and I wanted to kind of walk through a little bit of the highlights just in case you're not next to your computer, you don't have your phone with you, and I don't know, for some reason you just don't have access to it. But you can always check it out later on when you get home. Go to playlostarc.com, go under I think news. It should be down there. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and start reading this because we have a lot to cover. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the intro notes that they have. Heroes of Arkesia. In March, Smilegate RPG joined us in our Seattle studio to take a look at the content roadmap, improve operations and tools, and continue collaboration on all things related to the Western release of Lost Ark. If you haven't read it yet, be sure to read our letter to the community. This was the letter that they released back in March, I think March 24th update. So if you haven't had that chance, go ahead and check that out. That details our approach to content coming after the March update. For the purpose of the April and May roadmap, we'll start off by reiterating a few things from that letter. We're going to keep the near future focused on horizontal content. This is very important, guys. Pay attention to this part. We're going to keep the near future focused on horizontal content and giving players clear paths for progression without feeling like they need to pay. We want to give more players time to reach the end game before introducing Legion Raids, which is the definitive Lost Ark raiding experience, and ensure players are able to explore Arkesia and progress at their own pace without feeling pressured to race toward endgame content. This was in due because of Argos being released too early, and not a lot of people were in T3 at that time. And so a lot of the people who were or had access to Argos was really people who, whales pretty much, who spent money on the game. So a lot of the community felt like this was released too early, and they didn't take into consideration about, the free-to-play players. So this is the reason why they're addressing this now. Our March 24th update included new materials to help with honing chances that can be earned in two events, which is the Casual Guardian Raid and the Arkesia Grand Prix, which helped a lot, by the way, guys. If you haven't been doing those, I highly suggest that you do them, because they help you push your characters way faster. Okay, it took my character to T3. So I have two T3 characters right now, and I'm pushing another one to T3. So it helps a lot. So if you haven't done it, start doing it now. More ways for players to earn weekly honing materials and a honing materials gift for all players. April will continue that trend, providing more horizontal content for players to enjoy as they learn the systems of Lost Ark and continue to progress. With that, let's dive into April. Okay, now this is April's release. This is probably going, I'm going to say, in the next couple of weeks. Maybe this Thursday we'll see something happen, okay? April, the first ever update, is going to have the new martial artist advanced class, which is the Glaivier. I don't have, let's actually check him out. Glaivier. A little highlight. This is coming from a West YouTuber right here. So we're going to go ahead and just, oops, what did I do? There you go. We'll just watch a little gameplay of it real quick. So it looks like a Lance Master version of, is it the Lance Master? I think it is the Lance Master, isn't it? Oh, it is. Oh, man, I'm tripping. Yeah, this is the Lance Master, guys. Okay. So, yeah, look at that. It's actually really interesting. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on. Start reading this up. Practicing an artistic and deadly form of martial arts, the Glaivier slices our Lance Master. I'm just going to call it Lance Master, man. LM. Okay, the LM slices and dices her way through the battlefield, weaving together attacks with her spear and glaive. The Glaivier has two distinct skill sets which can be swapped between focus and flurry, with each stance and skill set represented by one or her two weapons. The shorter spear is used to unleash a furious barrage in the flurry stance, while the longer glaive harnesses focus stance for gracefully lethal strikes and sweeping attacks. While certain builds may focus your attention into one of these weapons, an effective Glaivier can maximize their potential by creating balance between the two stances, building up energy in one stance, which grants an impactful stat boost when stat boost when swapping to the other. The Glaivier will join the War Dancer, Soul Fist, Striker, and Scrapper as the 5th martial artist advanced class. Okay, so that's what's coming out. Lancemaster is coming out in April. Might be this Thursday or maybe next week. We'll see what happens. New Continent, South Vern is coming out. We're gonna go ahead and skip that. We all knew that was coming. General update. This one's really interesting right here. This is more like a quality of life update that they're going to be giving us in April. Improved co-op party play for secret maps. Check this out. All 4 members can submit a map to get rewards in one run. Isn't that crazy good? Because now, currently, what's happening is whenever we do our Chaos Gate, which is, I think 1 is up now. Every time you do a Chaos Gate, you receive a map, and everyone gets a map, and then you have to find a party. And when you find a party, you have to share that map, and you have to go to each individual location. So oftentimes you have 2 in certain location, and maybe you have 1 in every single location in that continent, right? And so you have to always port to that new location in order for you to join the party and enter that specific map. So in this case, you just turn it in once and you do it 1 run and you get all the benefits of all 4 maps in that party. That's really, really good. Chat tab settings are shared across a player's roster. So this is in regards to your settings, in your main settings with your chat. Whenever you have your macros and stuff like that, your pings and stuff like that, that is what that does. Because currently, what we're doing is like setting up the settings individually for each character that you have, right? So, which is annoying, but you know, it's more of a convenience, really. Improved book of coordination settings can use skill presets, tripod level, skill runes, gems, item set effects, etc. So that's actually pretty interesting for those who use book of coordination. I've not really played around too much with it. I set it up the first time I played this game and it popped up and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. So I put it on and never touched it since. I should probably look into that. Now May, okay? This is the May upcoming roadmap. We promise to be honest, sometimes brutally so, and now is one of those times. While we can say that we firmly plan on releasing the Destroyer Advanced Class, Trial Guardian raids, and quality of life adjustments in May, Valten's Legion raid and Descaluda will be moved if we feel these activities would create pressure within the community. This is very important, guys. Okay, Smilegate and Amazon is really working hard into pleasing its players because they don't want to lose us. Okay, they don't want to lose players. They want to garner more interest and trust, and they're listening, guys. Okay, so for those who are not, who are always thinking, oh, you know, they're just doing whatever they're trying to make money out of it. Of course, they're trying to make money. Okay, it's a gaming company. It's a business at the end of the day. But at the same time, these guys are actually reaching out and letting us know that they are listening to our complaints. And they're taking that into consideration, and they're finding ways for us to be happier and to have a better time with the game. Okay. Let's see. Eventually, endgame content will be introduced, but players should feel comfortable to continue progressing at their own pace. And this is really, really important. Again, FOMO is a big deal, guys. FOMO is a big deal. When Argos first came out, everyone wanted to play that content. Why? Because it is the newest thing, right? It's like getting the newest iPhone. Back in the day when iPhone 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on, before the 10th generation, you know, everyone was trying to upgrade their iPhone every September or November, whenever the release was in the fall, right? Everyone wanted the new iPhone. In this case, it's the same thing. Because of Argos coming out, it was the newest content. FOMO ate up a lot of people. And it wanted to garner a lot of interest from people who could actually pay, because it made it seem like the only way you can access it was to pay, right? And because there's that dead zone between 1340 and 1370, it takes a long time. It took me a long time to get to where I am today. You know, and for those who paid a lot of money, I mean, they got there real quickly. But still, it feels that way because of the honing chances that you get at 1340. It goes down significantly. So getting your gear to plus 15 all the way through, it's a tough thing. So FOMO killed a lot of interest in this game. A lot of people have quit. But so this is their way of saying, or of apologizing, really, and saying that we hear you. We're trying to make life adjustments, and we're gonna do better moving forward. And hopefully, you know, they do that. Okay. Our data has suggested that a big enough portion of our active players will reach or be close to reaching the item levels needed to participate in higher level end game content by May. Our goal is to provide fun content for players, even if it's at a higher level, while never making players feel pressured that they need to pay to keep up. We will continue monitoring player feedback and data and provide updates when we're able, as we strive to remain transparent in our communication and decision making. We appreciate your support and feedback, so please keep it coming while we start this adventure together. Really good, guys. Good jobs, Mygate. Hey, clapping for you guys, man. Love it. Next update. So new warrior advanced class, destroyer, hammer guy. Okay, we've seen other streamers play with that. I think Zeus, you know, he has a character that has that big funny hammer in the back. That's really good, man. I would actually try him out. Let's see, but I don't know. Can he replace my berserker? I don't know. We'll see. Trial Guardian Raids. Okay, Trial Guardian Raids will add a new weekly activity for players looking for a challenge. Each week, players can attempt to defeat 3 Trial Guardians. Every Guardian has their own required item level to enter, and each week one Guardian will rotate out, replaced by a different foe. Differing from a normal Guardian Raid, Trial Guardian Raids will apply Scale of Harmony, so that your character's item level will be adjusted appropriately to that of their enemy. Additionally, players cannot use the Battle Workshop in the raid region. However, with increased challenge comes increased rewards. Rewards for each challenge Guardians can be obtained once per roster, per week, and offer more diverse rewards than normal Guardian raids. General updates. May will also introduce a bunch of quality of life changes, including the ability to check daily and weekly content participation in a new menu, UI updates, improved party finder and party invites, updated loot dismantling, convenience features for market auction house, and a few fun features like being able to randomly summon favorited mounts and new hairstyles for customization. Now here's another update on this roadmap. It's a tentative May update. The new Guardian Raid Descaluda is supposed to come out. He's the green bird. Now, okay, spoiler alert, if you haven't done the Caden story quest that came out March 24th, I highly suggest doing that. But this bird right here makes an appearance in that whole quest, which is really cool because you end up fighting him like 2 or 3 times, and that was a pretty epic fight. I think that whole quest line was actually pretty dope. So if you haven't done it yet, I wish I could redo him. That's another thing, man. They should allow us to go through our stories and achievements and quests that we've done and completed, and be able to redo some of those epic ones, because man, I would love to have recorded that journey. That was a really good quest. Anyway, so that is Descaluda. He is pretty much the green version of, like, he looks like a necromancer version of Helgalia. Okay, so that's who that is. Legion Raid, Vaulton, normal and hard. Vaulton will introduce the first Legion Raid into the western version of Lost Ark. Legion Raids are difficult team-based activities that require teamwork to understand and enact the strategy necessary to counter each Legion commander's unique characteristics, abilities, and mechanics. Okay, we've been hearing this for a long time from other streamers, right? As Legion Raid, you know, this is like the end game of the end game content, and you know, getting there, Vaulton and all that stuff. Like, Arcos doesn't even matter because Vaulton is where it counts. So yeah, that's what this is pretty much, is Vaulton. So, and right now from what I can see, is a really cool opponent, man. It's gonna be real cool to fight that guy one day. But anyways, that is what we're looking forward to. May tentative. Looking ahead, this is their sign off. Once again, this is not all of the content that will release in April and May. We'll keep you up to date if anything changes as we work through both of those updates and work to ensure you know what is on the roadmap for coming months. We're excited to watch you progress through your journeys in Arkesia, both in vertical content and horizontally, as you explore all Lost Ark has to offer. We'll continue to evaluate data and listen to player feedback and share summer roadmap content after April and May are wrapped up. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in Arkesia. That's really good, guys. There's one here that I wanted to read real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll, and it's under the general updates. South Vern and Glavier advanced classes are not the only things that will arrive in April. Stay tuned in the coming weeks for more release specifics, such as new login rewards, in-game events, skins, yeah, and store updates. And okay, we'll spoil one now. A Phaeton Power Pass that provides item level 960 gear to level your new Glavier or any other character you'd like. That is a big deal, guys. I think I'm one of the thousands of people who hated doing Phaeton all over again, and I had to. And I don't know. It was a pretty cool battle scene in the end. If you haven't done it yet, spoiler alert. But it was a pretty good battle scene in the end. But getting to that point, I mean, there was that one quest that you had to do where you had to dress up as this stupid priest, and you couldn't run. You just had to walk through this dungeon release and save these kids that are imprisoned. And man, that was a hell of a quest, because you mess up once they alert. It's one of those kind of like mini game where when you get spotted, you start over again. So if the whole time you reach to the end, walking this whole time, and then you get caught, it's like, oh, you start over again. So I remember having to do that over and over again, because I was just like, so anyways, it was late at night and I was tired and I had to do that. And so anyway, we're getting a Phaeton Power Pass, guys. I don't know about you though. I want to use it in the new Glavier just because I'm still kind of on the fence about her. You know, I'm trying to focus on this main guy right here, Mr. Geralt, my main berserker, getting him as high as possible. So what I'm probably gonna do is create another berserker, an alternate character, use that power pass on that person, that way I can get it to 960 right away. Tier 2 to that. At that point, I'll have 3 tier 2 berserkers that I can push up to tier 3, and then eventually use that to funnel my honing mats to this main character. I think that is a more practical approach to that power pass. But hey, if you want to save that power pass for the upcoming destroyer, hey, go for it. Okay, I might actually do that too. We'll see. Okay, if I see more gameplay of the destroyer and I actually like its gameplay, I mean, I wish they can give us a little bit of a preview. That would be nice. Go on the training camp and have you preview upcoming classes. That's actually a good tip, Smilegate. Pin that, okay? Clip that, please. Anyway, so that's my plan for the power pass. I'm gonna save it, either use it for an alt character or probably use it on my destroyer. Those are my two options. Anyways, guys, that is the end of my rant. Hey, if you liked what you saw, smash that like and subscribe button, hit up the comments and let me know how I did or what you'd like me to cover next. This is Snipe, signing off.